Today I fucked up by ruining my BF's proposal because I had shit all over my hands. So my BF spontaneously decides we should go on a hike on this trail that leads to a waterfall. It's about an hour and a half drive to the trailhead from our place, and it's a fairly popular hiking trail. We get to the parking area and get going. We are having good time. We brought his dog and she's loving this walk. About half an hour of walking, it hits me, I have to shit. Now, I have IBS, and when nature calls, there is no denying it. My BF knows this and waits for me on the trail while I plunge into the forest and find a hidden spot to pop a squat. After the deed is done, I'm a mess and I have no TP. So I use all of our water in the 2 water bottles we brought to clean myself up. I shamefully pull my pants up and start walking back to the trail. Thankfully brought hand sanitizer, and start applying it liberally to my hands. That's when I notice that there is still shit on my hands. It is embedded into the little crevices of my palms. My hands smell like shit and the hand sanitizer isn't helping. I need soap and water, and I used all of ours washing up my ass. I try to rub dirt onto my hands, but it doesn't really work. It just gets dirt all over my hands, so now it looks like there is just more shit smeared all over me. So, what can I do? I shove my hands into my jacket pockets and meet back up with my BF. We continue our walk and I try to keep a distance from my BF because he is a bit of a germaphobe and I didn't want him to smell the shit stink coming off me. But he keeps trying to walk right by me and hold my arm and be lovey-dovey. We finally get to the damn waterfall where I thought maybe there would be a creek or something I could rinse my hands in, but no. The waterfall is in a ravine like a 1/6 mile away from the overlook at the end of this trail. There are a few other people there taking pictures and stuff. I want to leave ASAP, but my BF insisted that we stay a bit longer. He was waiting for people to clear out. After about 15 minutes of loitering, the overlook was still pretty busy, people coming and going and setting down for picnics. My BF decides that it's now or never and gets down on a knee and holds out a ring to me. I instinctively went to cover my gasp with my hands. Bad move. But thankfully I quickly thought better of it. My BF is giving a little speech and I'm screaming internally and wanting to throw myself over the edge of the overlook. Now my BF and I had already made explicit plans to get engaged and married, but he had given me the impression that he wasn't going to do the big proposal thing. I guess he just wanted to surprise me because we've been discussing marriage for over a year now, been waiting for the right time and to get money for a wedding. My poor boyfriend is expectantly waiting for me to stick my, unbeknownst to him, poopy finger into this bow. Today I fucked up a ring he got for me and there are like 6 strangers watching and doing excitedly. So I shakily extend my hand and he slides the ring on and sure enough he grimaces as he catches a whiff of my shit hands. He stands up to kiss me anyways, but he firmly held my wrists at my sides, probably to prevent me from touching him, understandably. My now official fiancé asked me why my hands smell like shit on the walk back and I cried the whole car ride home, while he occasionally burst into laughter in between attempts to console me. We stopped at the nearest rest place so I could use the bathroom and wash my damn hands. Good news is he still wants to marry me. Too long didn't read, I had to shit in the woods, got shit on my hands, and then my BF proposed to me and slid a ring onto my shit hands. PS, this is a TW account for obvious reasons. I broke the hotel toilet right before my engagement. I thought that was bad, but you win, sister. Good news, he really loves you! Exclamation mark. Clogged at toilet on my wedding night at a very fancy B. Damn IBS. As a fellow sufferer I can only commiserate with you on this occasion. There's nothing worse than to be caught short when it happens. Heartfelt congratulations on your engagement. Congrats. There's a story for the grandkids. Come here kids, you won't believe this shit. If a girl shits in the woods, does she still get a ring? Yes she does. Ha ha ha, that's so bo. Today I fucked up. I mean this in all sincerity, at least you have a really funny story to tell. It's not a bad thing. It sounds like you have a great match if he's a germaphobe and still held your wrists and wants to marry you. Today I fucked up by telling my 3-year-old daughter that she's the cutest kid in the world and making it look like I'm kidnapping her, and getting punched. I'm 28 male, my ex-wife is 29. Okay, so, me and my wife divorced a couple months ago, and ever since I've been coming every week to see my daughter, and so on. Well, today, I told my ex-wife to drop her off in the park. Note, we live in a city with a lot of kidnappings. When my ex-wife arrived, she dropped my daughter next to me, and we did the normal stuff, walk, eat, swing, etc. Throughout the trip, she asked me a lot of questions, and I answered all of them. Well, she asked me this question: Baba, Dad, in Arabic, am I ugly? I obviously said no and told her she's the cutest kid in the world. Then I proceeded to hold her hand and kind of thrust her away from an incoming stranger who was on his phone. But I kind of did it too hard and she fell. I picked her up, apologized, and started walking faster because I just remembered that I have some work due tomorrow and wanted to get back home. And she cried. What I did made it look like this scenario: you're the cutest kid in the world, sees an oncoming stranger, pushes her a bit too hard on the floor to the right of me, proceed to pick her up and walk very fast while she's crying, and an oncoming stranger behind me sees all this. Someone then asked her if she was okay, and before she could say anything, asked me what I'm doing. Then before letting me answer, he hit me a couple times, before letting me explain. Too long didn't read, made movements that made it look like I was kidnapping a crying girl, getting beat down by a stranger who didn't let me explain. What happened is you were in the park with your child and someone violently assaulted you. Nobody will care, and aren't allowed to parent. Moms look at you with disgust if you're a male getting near anything. You're not a person to them, you're a threat. You just have to live with that fact. What happened afterwards? It sounds more like a normal parenting moment was interrupted by a violent asshole who just punches someone without all the information. WTF. Hope everything is okay now. Like what country you live in, but that's assault and he can go to jail for this in most European countries. He can literally go to jail in the USA too. This is by definition battery. Today I fucked up by coughing on the toilet. Okay, so this happened around 15 minutes ago and I still haven't plucked up the courage to sit down. I went for my morning ablutions just now and it was one of those turds that feels like you're giving birth to a 1/12th scale Power Ranger. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. All seems well at first, but then you suddenly get flashbacks of that time you had to move a large sofa through a small doorway. There's only one thing to do in that situation and it's to grit your teeth, think of better times with softer stools and hope you don't tear a hole in space and time. I've had a bit of a sore throat of late and midway through a contraction and tried and failed to suppress the urge to cough. This resulted in a caterpillar cake of cataclysmic proportions shooting forth with a force great enough to create a toilet water tsunami. Splashback was, however, the least of my problems. The pain caused me to let out an involuntary wolf cry so loud that any prey animals within a 5-mile radius have burrowed deeper than the pit of shame I'm currently sat in, if I could sit at all, that is. Everyone at home keeps asking me if I'm okay and pointing out that I was shaking so hard my mug of tea looked like every drink in a disaster movie before the earthquake hits. Only this was an aftershock of what's easily the most traumatic thing to happen to me in a bathroom since I went to Sunday school. I'm not brave enough to squat over a mirror for a damage assessment, neither do I have the inclination to ride a bicycle any time before the next ice age. I guess I'll just spend the rest of my life standing limply looking forlorn and vowing never, ever, to have a bowel movement again. Too long didn't read, coughed while pooping and nearly shot myself into space. Just want to clarify the Sunday school joke as a few people asked. Luckily I've never been molested by a Catholic priest or even been to a Sunday school. But grooming and pedophilia is endemic in those sorts of environments and spans religions. It's a worldwide problem and they need their cocks chopped off as far as I'm concerned. Parents, if you feel compelled to practice religion, please don't leave your kids unattended with these nutjobs. Also, I never expected anything except my arsehole to blow up today, so the response to this post has blown me away. Thanks so much for the awards. I never expected my fecal misadventures to bring so much joy to others. I'm trying so hard not to laugh in class right now. This was an entertaining read. Hi, I have some advice. Source: having IBS and colitis, aka I don't have the luxury of coughing while not on a toilet. Some baby wipes will be softer on the damaged goods than TP. Don't get the dude wipes with mint tingly stuff. That stuff is handmade by Satan from the coldest polar ice caps in hell. Also consider diaper rash ointment in case you've torn a bit. Do not use hemorrhoid cream. Do not use it, burns. For quickest recovery, gently clean after every deposit in the porcelain throne. A warm washcloth and mild soap guarantee only mild irritation. Though, the diaper rash ointment does a really good job of keeping the wound clean. Happy trails, my friend, and may your stools stay soft. And throw the wipes in the trash, not the toilet. Your plumbing will thank you. I enjoyed reading this. It was pretty funny, especially the wolf cry. JFC. Reading in bed and trying desperately not to laugh too hard and wake husband or baby. Your descriptions paint the picture perfectly. I'm dying. Kinda like the first poop after giving birth. The description definitely brought back bad memories.